Oh, you're live. Oh, there you go.
Good morning.
Good morning. I am Z,
And I'm Hitara.
and we are Eternity. Thank you for watching today.
Happy to be here.
The sun goes in and out, but that's okay.
It's still beautiful.
Yeah. Every day is beautiful, and the sun is always out. Sometimes you just have to get through the clouds to find it.
Exactly.
So we're going to tell a cheesy joke, and we'll get into what we're doing. So, how much does a pirate charge for corn?
How much?
A buccaneer.
Cheesy.
It's cheesy. Well, hopefully that'll lighten everybody up a little bit.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk about inner peace. In these unprecedented times, there are, all you got to do is just not even look at the news. It gets to you somehow. And there's a lot of people that are unhappy that their freedoms have been restricted. Because after all, we live in a country where everything is instant gratification. And we've had to wait. We went shopping for a computer recently. None were to be found.
Everybody was out shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've seen drive-thrus full because people are they're so used to being out that they have to fill that need.
Yeah, there's a void there.
So, speaking of voids, today's episode is brought to you by Labradorite. I have a hard time saying that sometimes. And you may feel the power through this because this one's extremely strong.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
For us, this has two purposes. The first and foremost is always protection. When you do a lot of work spiritually, you will draw attention to yourself spiritually. Maybe not here in the physical world, but certainly in the spiritual realms. And this is one of the best protectors you can have. The other one is so that you can enter the void, or if you'd rather, Akashic records, and find out what you can do or find answers. It's pretty cool. So, inner peace. We need it. Not only now because of the way that things are, and at least in...
But it's not a need. It's well, actually, we're feeling the void. It's that emptiness that you feel inside. That is your inner guidance is really asking you. Sometimes we don't know what it is, but it is calling for that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it's calling for that connection, we, as a human race, have been collectively used to use money to fill it. It's like, I have money, I'm going to go out to this restaurant, or I'm going to go buy this. And now that's not readily available. So then there becomes a conflict inside. And we've been seeing this everywhere. We're on the roads. And so what we want to try to pass along, and one other thing we need to say too, is that as this is their inner conflict is going on, and which is creating not good vibes.
Disturbances, I would say. Yeah. I mean, you can feel it. Yeah.
And then when the bans are lifted, it's going to be like a floodgate opens up, and there's going to be so much energy, it's going to be overwhelming. So in this times, we need to learn to be through both. And we need to learn the practices to keep yourself centered and balanced.
Super important.
Yeah. So that no matter what the energy is, we're here. Or you just do this.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Now, some of the ways that we do it is that we do journey meditation and get inside our heart.
Yeah, connect with them.
Mm-hmm. And you said it beautifully this morning about the candle.
Yeah.
Being focused.
Well, that's the thing. We are all, I mean, we come from source. So we are created, we're part of God within. So as you start to realize that and you connect that, at the beginning, it's just a little candle, a candle lit, like the one that you see right here. But the more you connect, you start igniting that fire. And that fire is truly the sun within you, your heart, it is. So the more you go within and you find that stillness and that peace within and that love, is when you start getting those insights and those connections. And it's part of I'll say kind of the Akashic records would be.
Yeah.
It's just that all the knowledge is within you. Sometimes we have a lot of barriers in order to be able to connect. So that's how people like us are here to assist you if that's the case. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's not. There's little obstacles here and there.
Yeah.
But it is igniting that fire in here that just makes you go all the way.
Yeah.
Seriously, that happened to me, and you just don't want to stop because
Mm-hmm.
it's so beautiful, the connection. It is.
And then when you have that, you will radiate it, and it will touch the others around you. And maybe they don't get like this, but maybe instead of being like this, they go like this.
Yeah.
And that's how we change things. We don't step out and change the world. We step out and we start changing ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's exactly about, if you learn a healing modality, it's like, where do you start first? You start with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Then the change that is happening within you, it's like, that's why you're beaming out that transformation, and then it start cascading and sprinkling the seeds all around you. And you might not see it immediately, but
Right.
in the long run, it truly is like magic. It is.
It is magic.
It is magical.
Yeah. And you may be the one that plants the seed. You may be the one that waters the seed, or you may be the one that watches the seed bloom. It doesn't matter where you're at. You don't have one specific job except to raise your vibration. Yeah. And then you were saying something else this morning that was beautiful about the cascading light coming.
Oh yeah, so ways of finding that stillness in the middle of the chaos. There was the journaling meditation just for me, one that I've done it even with a friend. We were talking on Messenger, and all of a sudden I said, okay, yeah, I'll do a meditation. And it's a friend from Peru that I did it, and it's like all of a sudden, oh, okay, I'll do it. So connect with the breathing and go to your heart. 3 breathe in and out, and then imagine a cascade of water light coming through your crown chakra, and then bathing you and feeling that light water enveloping you, and then clearing and letting go through as it washes through you all the worries, all the the fear or the pain, everything that you have been collecting, you just everything that you don't need, just let it wash off, let it wash off, and it goes down all the way down to Pachamama, and then you get to a point that you see yourself so clear and so shiny, and you feel it, and that's it. I mean, it was just that, and then you go with what Z does with the drumming. You go in, and then you just let go of everything that you don't need, and then what do you want to create now? What is it that you want to bring into this world? And you, after you cleanse, you bring that in and you put it into manifestation. The more you do it on a daily basis, that starts happening and starts coming into fruition. We are witnessing, it's happening to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Each time is getting more magical.
Mm-hmm. And this has been a blessing.
It is a blessing. I mean, I won't be here talking to you and sharing all this without experiencing it in the flesh.
Yeah, and this time where we've been in virtual lockdown,
we have been growing so much more because we've been going within without paying attention of what it is. I mean, what is the corona has been for us a blessing to go more within and to be able to be here now to share with you all this richness in activations that just by speaking to you is happening. You might not see it, but you'll feel it when you go in.
So, as always, part of what we do is to drum through here. And we like to set it up this way, in that if you have headphones, please put them on. And then find a place in nature. We'll give you prompts. Find a place in nature that you know. And visualize it when the drumming starts. And then when you look around, find a hole. It can be a doorway in a tree. Yeah, we had somebody message us.
So we've been getting sharings from a few people who were experiencing. I know there might be some distortion on the connection, even in the middle of the jungle. Who've been journeying and going inside a tree.
Yeah.
Others have been just opening a portal through the ocean at the beach, or going into the
cosmos.
Yeah, into the cosmos. I myself, when he starts drumming, I go and sit down in the sofa, and I immediately go to.
And I just let the guides come through me and wash over everybody that's listening now, or like magic will listen in the future. There we go. You can also find us on Facebook at Authority, and that's capital E, capital T, capital H, ERNIT, capital Y. And we have a new May special coming up, which is 3 sessions, which has everything to do with sound activation, soul retrieval, and unlimited support via email or phone.
Or messenger.
Yeah. And then we also accept payment plans, but you can talk to us about that. But we guarantee you,
you'll be changed.
So there we go. So we're going to start. I've been hugging my drum because I have to keep it warm to get a very good tone on it. Because if it doesn't have a tone, then it sounds blah, 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 blah. And we want to give you the best possible experience that we can. So get your headphones on and then listen to the prompts. Close your eyes. settle in. Find that place in nature, whether it be a beach, a forest, a jungle, or a meadow with a single tree. Now look for a door, a hole, a portal, or in some cases, an escalator that will take you to the upper world. If you go through the holes, if you go up, you usually find your angels and galactics. The escalator could be made of light, could be a spiral staircase. And then halfway through the journey, we will move from our head to our heart, and the drumbeat will change. So settle in and go on an adventure. your chest and see everything through the humility of love. Now get ready to merge your mind with your heart. Make it one cohesive unit. Merge. It's getting time to come back. Gratitude is the currency of the spirit world. Thank whatever guide you saw, knowing that you can come back and speak with them at any time. Retrace your steps to go back to the place in nature and return in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. fingers and your toes. And when it feels good, open your eyes. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
If you saw an animal or a plant or a flower, send us a message, because that was a message for you. If you found a spirit teacher in the form of a humanoid, it could be elf, it could be an Arcturian, a galactic, an angel, that you will have to set up an appointment to see, because that is going to be a spirit guide that wants to make contact with you. We're not saying we're the only ones that can do it.
Animals, flowers, trees, crystals.
Yeah, they're all messages. Yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Until next time.
Until next time, sometime in the midweek. We love you.
We love you.